Hi everyone, my name is Iben and I'm super excited to show you the new Zoopedia drop because we got one of the coolest animals in the world added to the base game. It's an owl, it's a long-eared owl. I am so incredibly excited about that, and just look at the featherwork right over here on the face. It looks so freaking good. I know we're jumping in right away, but honestly, when I saw this animal, I really wanted to record as quickly as possible because I do think it looks absolutely gorgeous. I'm really happy that owls are going to be added to the base game. I was kind of expecting that that was going to be one of those aviary species that was going to be left out just for like a DLC because they are such cool animals, but I'm so happy to see them in the base game. I really also love the fur, quote unquote, work on the feet here. I think that is incredible. I know it's feathers, but it's the fur shader, I believe, because it can get the same effect, but still. Yeah, super excited about this animal. I really like owls. I think they are really cool, and I would have been happy with any kind of owl species, but the long-eared owls are one of the coolest ones that are out there. So yeah, really excited. Let's go and take a look at the other animals that were revealed in this drop. This is the Indo-Pacific Sergeant. I don't really know that much about this animal. I do want to say that for some reason it looks a little bit more blurry and a little bit more lower textured in this picture than some of the other animals that we've seen so far, especially the aquatic animals. But all in all, I think it's an interesting animal to have. It is once again an Indo-Pacific fish, and I know there's a lot of people who really want to see some fish from other areas than the Indo-Pacific, but all in all, looks cool. I don't really know that much about fish, so let's move on. The Toucan was already shown at the reveal of Planet Zoo 2, so I'm not going to spend too much time talking about it. I'm again really excited by its inclusion. I do really love the detail here on the feathers. Like, look at the edges right here. Those look absolutely gorgeous. But yeah, it's not much that I can say about it at this point because like we've seen this animal already, so I don't want to dwindle too long on it. So let's move on to the next animal. We get to see the gray wolf in this Zoopedia drop, and I'm happy about that because I really want to get as much of the animals that we already know about out of the way so that whenever we get a new Zoopedia drop, we'll actually get animals that we didn't know about. So I'm happy it's in. I once again must admit that I don't think this is the best Zoopedia picture. I'm already really glad that we got a video on this animal, that I already know that it looks a lot better than what you can see right here. But what I do really love is all of this foliage in the back. Again, the nettles are really cool, but this thistle is also super nice. I'm really glad things like that are being added. I think this is the same ivy as we got in the first game, and I think that also looks really good. Overall, I must admit the wolf does look really good in terms of texture, and I think the model also looks really cool. It's just the pose that it has right now looks a little bit weird, but that's okay. We've seen it in a video, we know it looks good. Speaking of animals that look a little bit weird in the picture, this is the Cape Buffalo, and yeah, I think they've had better pictures of their animals in the past, so I don't know what's going wrong here in this Zoopedia drop, but all in all, I think it looks really good. Like, I really like the hair details over here. I think the snout looks really good. The horn texture is also really great. The eye looks a little bit derpy over here, but I guess that's just the pose in this specific shot. And once we see it in game, it probably will look a lot better than in this one screenshot. But yeah, it's not the best picture. I'm sorry to the person who's taking these pictures. I don't want to offend you in any way, but some of these pictures just don't sell the animal as well as I hoped it would. A very, very unexpected addition, in my opinion, is the dolphin fish, or the Mahi Mahi. I think it looks absolutely gorgeous. The texture and the pattern work looks really, really good. Again, really love the fin work over here. I think that really, really works. But yeah, I wasn't expecting it to be added to the game, and especially not in the base game. I think there's only like 7 zoos in the world that have them, so that's a really, really unique animal that I haven't seen before yet. So it is really interesting to see, but I wasn't expecting it at all. But I'm glad it's in. I know that it's been in, I believe it was in Zoo Tycoon 1, so I'm glad that it makes its return to a newer zoo game. All in all, I think it looks really good. Happy surprise, honestly. I'm a little bit of a sucker for, like, I want to have as many common zoo animals as possible, but at the same time, I also really like it when we get animals like this, where they're just a little bit special. The Goliath frog is once again an exhibit animal that returns from the first game, and I must admit here it's really, really obvious that the exhibit animals haven't been updated. I must admit this doesn't look that great. You can really see the pixels right here, so I really do hope that Frontier is going to update at least the texture of this animal a little bit. I do really like the animal in itself. I think it's a really cool addition to the game, but yeah, it needs a little bit of work. I do like all of the surroundings here. I really like the leaves. They look a lot better than in the first game, and I already like the leaves in the first game. But yeah, that texture really needs some work. That is a little bit too pixelated. The Thompson gazelle is also making its return. Not something I expected. We had the springbok, and I wasn't expecting the Thompson gazelle to come back. But all in all, I'm not unhappy about this choice. Again, the fur work is really good. I really like the horns, and I just like the entire picture here. All the grasses look absolutely gorgeous. They've really done a really great job at making grasses in this game, and yeah, I'm really excited about those. It's going to be really cool. And I think that this is the teased animal. I wouldn't have guessed it at all, but I think this is the only animal in this Zoopedia drop that really has the long tail, and it's the meerkat. Honestly, very, very happy that the meerkat is coming back in the sequel. It's such an iconic zoo animal that I really didn't want to wait for. I do think that it looks very much like the meerkat in the first game, and I always felt that the meerkat wasn't completely perfect. It was a little bit more cartoony than the other animals in the Africa pack, but I still think they are really good, and I don't think it needs a lot of work to make it look even more realistic to fit in with the other animals. But all in all, once again, I'm really happy that this is an animal that was included. It is such a staple for zoo games. It's such a staple for zoos in general, I mean, and this is an animal that every zoo game should have. So I'm really happy that this time around it is a base game animal. So that was the entire Zoopedia drop for today. Let me know what you think about it. Are you as excited about the owl as I am? I hope you are, because owls are super, super cool. Do everything you want to do, like, comment and subscribe, and I hope to see you again on this channel for more Planet Zoo 2 news.